It's not motivation. It's not discipline. It's just that this is who I am. This is what I do.
Yeah, it's just a habit.
So
it's identity.
Yeah, I don't have to fight the thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people, like, I know a lot of pushback from like some of the conversations I've had with my clients is like, they're worried about operating in a way that aligns with their goals because it's different to the people that are in their circle. So like if you go somewhere and you bring your food, then like it's just that initial interaction is awkward.
Yeah.
And I was like, I understand that, but I was like, are you operating in a way that's going to please other people, or are you operating in a way that's going to actually benefit yourself? And I was like, the more I let my inner circle know how I live and what's important to me, the more accepting they've become of it.
Yeah.
So now it's like if we go over for dinner, they're like, hey, we're having this. Is it okay? Now I don't give a fuck. But 10 years ago, I was like, you know, they would preemptively make this really healthy meal and I'd be like, sweet.
Yeah.
You know, where even when we're out drinking, it's like, are you on today? I'm like, nah, not drinking.
Yeah.
No pushback at all. Nothing. Where if like, and once I have a few, they're like, yeah, fuck, he's on. Yeah, like,
the boy's back.
Yeah. But they just, I've done it. I've taken the courage to stand my ground and act in the way that is important to me.
Yep.
And everybody who's important to me should accept that.
Yeah.
And I've done it, and I've stood my ground enough for them to be like, sweet, this is you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really important once you have that forward thinking and discussion with yourself. It's like, I do this, I do that. Like, man, I brought fucking food to my nonna's house, man.
Yeah.
You don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she was fucking mortified. I had to lie to her and tell her I was sick.
Yeah.
And I had to be on a special diet.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, okay, I'll
let it go.
She's like, next time I'll cook you the food you need to eat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you won't, because you're drenching.
Chicken and rice.
You're drenching in fucking olive oil. I can't eat it. So it's just, being able to kind of stand your ground.
Yeah.
But knowing what those behaviors are and what those forward thinking does, or what it looks like,
Yeah.
So important.
Would you say like someone, so let's say that's not us. You're earlier on in your stage of training, you're like, fuck it. Like this is like, I've got a bunch of girls and guys in the waist loss challenge at the moment. 28 days, a lot of them, it's the first level, the detail that they have in their program and then their nutrition is greater than they've ever had before. And I've been pushing like, just do it for a month. Just see what fucking happens if you just give it a month. Going to a family event, going to a friend's event, how would you approach that scenario to get the least amount of pushback possible if you're not Jason that's been training for 15 years and we all know that he's headstrong and he's confident and you also look the way you do? Because like I imagine being, let's say you want to lose 20 kilos, you haven't lost 20 kilos yet, and you show up to an event with Tupperware.
Yeah, that's a great question because I actually unpacked this with somebody last week. I heard that. Jesus.
Fuck, that was my hips.
Yeah, I actually unpacked this with somebody last week. So I said to them, tell them exactly what you're doing and the fact that you're on a specific plan and you can't deviate from it.
Yeah.
Because it's important to you.
And I would do that preemptively.
Yeah, I literally would just be like, hey, I've just joined this like transformation program.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to drop a bit of weight. I really need to. So I'm on this plan that they've got set for me. So I can't deviate from it. And everyone's going to like, the people around you are going to go, oh, okay, so they're trying to lose weight. They're on a program. And they're going to follow the program because that's what they fucking joined up for. So that's way better than just like, I can't eat that. Because people are going to go, if you just say I can't eat that, people are going to go, why? Oh, just have a little bit. It's not going to hurt. The other thing I say to people to tell like how to orchestrate that sentence and say it in a more powerful way is say, I don't want to. Yeah. Because you can't force somebody when they say that. If I sat there and I said to you like, have a slice of pizza and you just say, I shouldn't. Yeah. Oh, fuck. But if you say, I don't want to. Yeah. Fuck, I'm out, bro. Yeah. Okay. There's no chance. Yeah. So I'm like, just use language that stands your ground that's firm. Yep. But it's not in a way that's like going to cause like hostility or fucking, you know, like you think you're better than everyone and all that kind of shit. Yeah. I like the preemptive, I need your help as well. So if there's a group chat, everything you just said, I've signed up to this, I'm doing this, I have to follow this, I really need you guys to help by not pushing this weekend. Yep. Done. Absolutely. And if anyone does, fuck them. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to be rude. If you've preempted with that, be fucking rude.
Yeah, the hardest part with that is the person that then says, well, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like I would never, stick to a fucking whatever. And I actually now just have the confidence to just say, well, lucky for you, this isn't about you.
Yeah.
Like I just,
Yeah.
like I have zero chill with comments like that now. Like those, like it's like I didn't ask to hear what your opinion was on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like so, sometimes you probably have to bite your lip a little bit, but yeah, like just standing your ground and letting people know. The ones that don't support you, fuck them. Essentially. Like very, very straightforward, but hard to deal with. I totally understand that. So one thing I didn't mention is if you don't have a goal, the thing that happens is you become less productive and less effective.
Yep.
So when you go to the gym, it's like the quality of your session is not as great as it could be if you had a program. The level of arousal, motivation, determination, preparation. Like there's even research that they've done where if you know exactly what you're going to do on the day that you do it, your body will perform better.
Yeah.
Because throughout that day, you're planning every single step, even in your head, on how that day is going to look.
Unconsciously.
I'm going to have my meal. I'm going to have lunch. I'm going to make sure I have 2 liters of water today. I'm going to jump in the car and have my shake and drink my pre-workout about 30 minutes before I get to the gym. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to go over to the, I've got this squat rack today. Like just all this like visualization. And, we've talked about like ways that improve performance is like motivation and what works for you. If you know exactly what you're going to do, you start leaning on that like visual, maybe visualization that you're creating in your head, like, auditory, like music, etc. Like, there's so many things you can lean on when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Think about what you're missing out on if you're not.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I did 2 sets. Like, oh, this doesn't feel good. I'll just leave it here.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is free. I'll just sit on the cables and just do every angle for 3 sets of fucking 10 to 20 or whatever.
Fuck out,
Piss everyone off in the gym for it. So I did want to kind of mention that because I know a lot of people like maybe push back on the kind of the commitment side of things, like the wishy-washy, like goals need meaning, they need time, they need this. But it's like you're actually killing your effectiveness inside of the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you value your time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you value your results as well.
And there's people out there that don't, man, that like they don't know what they're going to eat tomorrow. They don't know what they're going to train. They don't know what they're doing with it. Like, you got a day off. What are you doing tomorrow? I don't know. And the other days you're like, oh, fuck, it's 3 o'clock. I've got to go work tomorrow. And you have a shit day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can't live like that. It blows my mind. And that's that forward thinking thing where decisions have been made.
Yeah.
In clarity, and then you don't have to have that discussion with yourself anymore. Should I do the last set of leg extensions?
Yeah.
You decided to a month ago.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
When someone said this is your program and you were like, sweet, that was your
or
decision.
when you said this is my goal and this is who I am to achieve it, you decided that.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.